You try.
Looking out for the community and the kids. It's the big fella, man. You know who he is. Demetrious Johnson. Hey, Detroit. Demetrious Johnson. Detroit, you're now in tune with the sound of Mark Lang. And the show starts now. Hey, Detroit.
Hey, Detroit. Good evening. Welcome to the Demetrious Johnson Show with the big fella hanging out with the coach and the professor. What's up, guys? How you doing, Coach?
What up, man? How you doing, man?
Man,
Going on?
I am feeling awesome today. What about you, Professor? How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great, big fella. Doing great, man. How you doing?
Hey, man, we got a lot to talk about today, man. It's always, excuse me, it's always something to talk about, y'all. I mean, it's just amazing all the things that's going on that everybody, it's off the charts. Let me say what's up to my girl, Pamela Boyd. Thank you, Miss Boyd, for always checking us out on Facebook, folks. And you can get us both. You can get us on Facebook, Demetrious Johnson page, or you can go even to my DJ TV. I got to get people on my DJ TV. That's what we got to do. And you got us here locked on 910 the Superstation in Detroit, man. I'm pumped up. I'm hot, and I'm ready. Hey, let's get this party started, man. Let's bring in the conversation. Our boy, Big Mike. What up, Big Mike?
Hey, what's up, DJ? What's up, Detroit, Michigan, baby?
It's all good. What we got?
College National Championship, NFL. Yeah, College National Championship, NFL playoffs, Kyrie Irving, and Hillsborough High School sprinter, Ariane Knight.
Let's go.
National Championship, boy. Alabama put it on Ohio State 52-24. Heisman Trophy winner Devontae Smith, 12 catches, 215 yards, 3 touchdowns, DJ, all in the first half before injuring his hand.
Let me tell you,
this Devontae Smith, man, is big time. He's gonna have a big time NFL career.
let me tell you something, man. JC is a Nick Saban fan. He's a Nick Saban. He just loves Nick Saban.
Right.
But you know, the receiver Smith, man, Deontay Smith. He put up some numbers, man. He's smooth and just and can run, man. Them cats can run up in Alabama, man. They just dominated Ohio State. You remember we had the conversation, folks. I said Ohio State should not have even been in the damn running. You know, even though Notre Dame got beat like a drum, Ohio State should not have been there. It was not time for them. They didn't play enough games. Think about this, man. Ohio State played, about 6 games? And now they're in the championship. And then you got Alabama and other schools playing 12 games. That was a joke.
Right. Yep. They played 7 games coming into that national championship. Mac Jones, man, 464 passing yards, 5 TDs. And look at Najee Harris, the running back. He had 29 touches, 158 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had 30 touchdowns this year. That's an SEC record.
Hey, well, you know what? Go ahead, JC.
Playoffs.
Go ahead, Coach.
Let me give y'all a Nick Saban fact real quick.
Give it to me.
Every kid that Nick Saban has recruited since he's been at Alabama that has stayed at least 3 years has played for at least one national championship.
Hey, guys, hold on. Time out. I got breaking news. Breaking news. My son, Jalen, Jay Bird, he just sent me a text. Now, I didn't know this. Maybe y'all knew. James Harden got traded to the Nets. I did not know that. I had no idea you got traded to the Nets. Thanks, Jay Bird. Thank you, man. I had no idea. Wow. Well, I'm going to tell you what I've been doing. I've been on something else. Wow. He got out of there. The Nets? Oh, my goodness. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Big Mike.
Kyrie Irving is tripping.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving. Now, Kyrie Irving's playing with the Nets? Who's Kyrie Irving playing with? Is he playing with the Nets, Mike?
Kyrie Irving with the Nets.
Now,
Nets.
did they trade Kyrie Irving?
Yeah.
Did they trade him, Kyrie?
I haven't heard nothing yet.
I have no idea. We'll find out, man. Hey, Jalen, let me know if they traded Kyrie. I'm telling you, man, Kyrie's a joke, but that's another story. Go ahead, Mike. Finish up.
They didn't trade Kyrie. They traded Karis LeVert and another player.
Let's stay on him. This guy is different, man. They say he's one of the nicest guys in the world. But he was a no-show at the game, text his teammates before he went to the game, didn't say nothing to the coach. He done missed 4 games, and they said he's going to miss 3 more. And on top of that, he's on a video dancing and stuff with his family with no mask on.
Now the problem.
Kyrie Irving even paid some of the WNBA girls' salary.
Yeah, I mean, they say he's a great guy. I mean, everybody says he's a great guy. They say he's a great guy, but his work ethic is a joke, man. Because let me tell y'all something, folks. I was fortunate enough, and Eddie, you was fortunate to play overseas. You and JC, playing Canada. We made some decent money playing ball, right? That money gonna end, dude. And you got another 30 years, or 40, 50 years to live after your game is over. You better do all you can to stack up all you can, man. Because when the real world hits you, the real world, think about it. I mean, this guy right here, Kyrie, is a great player. Can't question none of his ability, things he does with the ball, things he can do. I'm telling you what, man, if these young boys don't understand, they don't make the game, man. The game make you. But you got to take advantage of it. He's truly disappointing to me because for him to allow his teammates to play without him, and he's taking his own time. Then he's at his sister's birthday party, no mask on. I mean, these guys, these ball players today are so self-absorbed that when it's all said and done, their ass is going to be out in the cold. Watch. I mean, what is about 80, 90, and 85% of all pro athletes broke after they finish playing? There's some broke-ass athletes out here. I mean, they be spending that money like it ain't nothing. Kyrie need to stop tripping and get his ass at there, or leave. Go play somewhere else, or be an advocate. Go out with the Black Lives Matter movement. Do those things if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, they say 77% of pro athletes file bankruptcy 5 years after they're out the league.
Damn, 77%. That's nasty.
Yep. Hey, check out Hillsborough High School sprinter Ariane Knight, DJ. 16 years old. He just turned pro. He signed with Adidas. 16 years old. He ran a 10-200, and he ran a 20.3 in the 200. That 20.3 is the second best ever behind Usain Bolt's 20.13.
Now, let me ask you. He's 16 years old in high school?
Look, yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes. DJ, his football coach advised him to run track to help with his speed in football, which he had D1 offers. And track came so sweet for him. He only been running 2 years, and he done went pro.
Wow. Well, let me tell you something, man.
Yeah.
We talk about going to college. That's a good conversation here. You got a 16-year-old young man who done turned pro and running track for Adidas, you say, Mike? Okay.
Yeah.
And Pam Boyd, that's a good question. Pam Boyd, I'm going to answer that question for you. Ms. Boyd asked the question on Facebook. Is he ready? Let me just say this. We send our kids to college, right? Let me say this, Mike. We send our kids to college. When we send our kids to college, we send them there to get an education, right? And when we get them to get an education so they can get a good job and make a nice living. Is that about right, Mike?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
that's right.
You got a young man and who's an outstanding athlete. Obviously, he must be the real deal to pay him that kind of money to move like that. I am telling you, if it was my son, I'm telling him to go ahead and go to pro. You can get your education while you go into pro. You can get that. We're going to still make sure you get some learning and teaching. But you go to school to make money to take care of yourself. That's why you go to school, to get a great job, to work for somebody, to run your own stuff. So if his ability, it ain't about his mindset being ready. Let me tell you what's ready. Let me tell you, his athletic ability, that's what they judge him on. That's how he's going to get paid, on his athletic ability.
Right. Hey, look, this girl Candace Hill, she went pro out of high school maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, and in her contract, they pay for her college too. So she getting a degree.
That's good. Hopefully, they family structured the same.
She just can't run it.
Yeah, hopefully, their family might structure the same kind of situation, with them. You know what I'm saying? Where he could go and do his thing and still be able to make some money and go to college after. They can still go. You know what? It ain't no different from a damn rapper. It ain't no different from an entertainer. They high school, young, they do the same thing. They have tutors go around with them, giving them classwork and going about their business. That happens all the time. So congratulations to the young man. You're right, exactly, Coach. But excuse me, guys. Particularly tennis players, they do it all the time. All the time, tennis players.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. All right, Big Mike. It is always good for you to fill us up on our sports on the Wednesday,
right on,
man.
DJ, appreciate it.
Thank you, Big Dog. Have a good day, man.
Yes, sir. Take it easy,
all right.
Detroit, Michigan. All right.
My man. Hey, y'all, let's get down to a little business now. I love talking sports with Big Mike. He knows his stuff, man. And let's get down to it. It was a few things that happened today that I was really just appalled. Let me talk about something that happened in the state of Missouri today. Hey, Miss Boyd, I want you and Bianchi to hear this. Today in the Missouri State capital, Jefferson City, a young man named Wiley Price. I think he's Wiley Price III. Wiley Price is a politician, state representative of the state of Missouri. I want y'all to hear this, Detroit. Young black guy. I think he's in his second. Is this his first or second term? I believe. Maybe his second, or at least second year up there. I believe it was in the state house. Wiley Price they had a hearing today on Wiley Price. And the hearing was about, should they expel him, censor him? So the story is this. Supposedly, Wiley Price had an affair, had a sexual relationship with his intern, okay? And that supposedly he goes in here and brag about it to somebody, to one of the other girls up there, people up there. She goes and say, well, I'm a mandatory report, so I'm going to report you for having sex with your intern. They interviewed the intern. Now, let me just give you a clarification on this so we all know. This is what politics is about. Wiley Price is a young black guy, okay? The intern who was supposedly working for him, is a young white girl of age, a young white girl. And supposedly he had sexual relationships with her, and he supposedly was bragging on it. But in the hearing today, when they talked about it, it was all speculation. I mean, because the girl that he supposedly was having sex with, she denied having sex with him. Okay? Said it didn't happen. He said it didn't happen. The other lady said she heard him on a conversation 20 minutes talking about it to somebody, and it happened. So they did an investigation, a month, 2 month investigation, come back and say, okay, they took him to the floor today, and they censored him. Took all of his duties away, can't really do much now, whatever, up in the Jeff City. This is my question, man. And I want JC first, and then you come, Doc. This is my question. If I tell you I did not have sex with a young white girl, and the young white girl tells everybody that she did not have sex with me, all right? But another white girl said, well, I overheard him telling somebody he had sex with her. Is it fair to censor him, charge him, and all this stuff, and allow him to take all of his duties away? Is that fair? If the supposedly the woman who the woman didn't first of all, she didn't even accuse him. She didn't even go and report him, and they still censored the guy. I want your take on that, Coach.
Well, our good friend and co-host, who's not on here tonight, that you had, that would be hearsay. Where is the other proof? Does somebody have pictures? I mean, where's the other proof? If the young lady is saying that it didn't happen and he said that it didn't happen, isn't it hearsay if she overheard it? I'm just asking. I don't know, how that works, but wouldn't that fall under hearsay?
Well, I don't know. Let's go to the professor. Let's see what he got.
Absolutely. That's no ifs and buts about it. And I like your question in the first place, and that's one of the keys. Your question was, is it fair? Fair is obviously relative, but one of the best ways to determine what is fair is that you change the variable. In other words, you put someone else in that same position, including yourself. Now, if one of those other representatives or government officials put themselves in that situation, it just goes to show you that it's not fair. The question is, what do you do in situations like that? And the best thing we've been told, and someone mentioned it last night, is that our parents always tried their best to keep us out of situations. And even if we go with some people that truly believes in the scripture, they just say, shun from the appearance of improprieties or evil. Just, kind of stay out the way kind of thing. In fact, when we text one another, we always say, what you up to, man? I'm just staying out the way, man. And so, I'm not saying it's right or as fair as anything like that, but I guarantee you that those same people wouldn't want to be, wouldn't be treated the same way if the tables were turned.
Right. So the reason why I brought that up, because it parlays over to your president of the United States. You had video him saying, grab the woman by her stuff. All this other stuff.
Right.
I'm going to do all this stuff. I'm going to treat her this kind of way. And guess what? They didn't touch this dude. I am telling you, you tell me double standards or not. And then when you got a white ass, racist ass Josh Hawley from the state of Missouri up there carrying the water, you tell me. What we're going to do, we're going to take a break, 969-1041. No, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to take some calls. Hey, folks, let me tell you what I'm going to do today. I always have our guest. I'm going to cut down on my guest tonight. We're going to go mano y mano, big fella on big fella, and go head on head with you in Detroit. That's what we're going to do. You're going to call your boy at 313-778-7600, the big fella, the professor, and the coach. Right back. Oh, welcome back to the Demetrious Johnson Show, the big fella flying high with the coach and the professor. Holla at your boys, man. We're gonna at it tonight. Tonight, I'm in the mood to go mano y mano, big man on big man, one-on-one. You come with some foolishness, I'm kicking some butt tonight, man. I'm not taking any prisoners. 313-778-7600. We got a call on the line. Let's go to the first caller real quick. What you got, caller? Angel.
Yes, I wanted to comment on, I guess, the situation with the young man
Yes, ma'am.
and the Karen White girl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is the key thing is finding the threshold that we need to meet in order to censor him. So we need to find out those particular rules there. So they had to meet some kind of threshold in order, or they just didn't believe her, or there was some kind of sidebar, and she did not want to put on record that they did. Are they still working together? If she was taken off, or she was reassigned to somewhere else, or unless there was a three-way involved, and the other girl that told was upset because she wasn't really pleased. She was in the corner, and
The plot thickens here. I like how you thinking, girl. I like how you thinking. Okay, but let me tell you something. Okay, no, to give you a little more information. The one girl, she denied it to the end. The other girl said because she's a mandatory report, she heard something that she had to tell. They did censor him, but let me just give you the key, I guess, the key situation here. You ready for this one? It's damn near all Republicans up in Missouri State House, so they control the state. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So he's a Democrat, a young black guy, a Democrat. So if they get an opportunity to take a chance, it was one white guy. Angel, let me tell you something. It was one white guy on there crying, like, "Oh, I get so emotional." He was sitting up here like, "God dang, I hope this black man didn't have sex with this white girl." You know what I'm saying? That's what we are afraid of, black men touching our white women. Maybe that's what they was thinking, because I'm telling you, this guy. For that to be that way is ridiculous. And and then they said, Bianchi, the girl may have been threatened. The girl may have been threatened by who? The guy ain't gonna threaten the girl, or you saying they threatened him? Maybe the Republican Party threatened the girl. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm gonna tell you this. I just think if I'm the person that's been accused, don't the accuser have to prove to me that I did it? And if the accuser is not coming forth saying she did it, or we had sexual relationships, how can you go forward without me saying, "Hey, man, I didn't have sex with her"?
And that's very clear to me, but we need to find out what is the rules, what threshold they need to meet in order to still go on, because it sounds like they have no case.
They didn't.
There may be something, and that may be something there that they met some kind of threshold that they can still censor him. My understanding from you, both denied of having any kind of relationship.
Both. So tell me what threshold that they had to meet. The only threshold I think they had to meet is the allegation. And someone telling me they witnessed it. Him saying something about it. Because she didn't witness the act. They talking about she witnessed it. Him saying something to someone else. It's real frivolous. Even if he did it, if they both consented on it, no, I'm not saying it was right or wrong. It's what had happened. But I'm saying to you, there's no, if I say we didn't have sex, who are you to tell me we did have sex?
That is correct. What is it you think? Was it a whistleblower type of situation with the one girl? Like she said, she heard something and she needed to say.
That's what she said. That's what she said. And I think sometimes, honestly, young black guys, and I'm not saying in his case, but young black guys get kind of comfortable in a situation and may say something or maybe alluding to something, they take it the wrong way, particularly if you're in an environment, then this is a good learning lesson for all young black folks in politics. If you're in an environment that they're going to come after you, you're going to have a problem, why would you even put yourself in that position to be close to them? Let me tell you what I do. In my center, you're like this. In my building, I don't sit down. I don't do one-on-ones with women by myself in the room. Won't happen. Under no circumstances that happening, unless we're close. I don't know you, and we ain't like best of friends, family, damn near. You are not sitting in a closed door with me one-on-one. Ain't happening.
And I get that. Some of our young men need to be educated on that, and sometimes they can't not walk away when they're bagged into a corner and told you need to put out. And some of our Caucasian, blonde-haired, blue-eyed women pursue our teens in that particular way.
I can see it. I can see it.
And they need to be stronger about turning it down, because all that glitters and gold is not necessarily what you need in your pocket. And
that's one thing that's undefeated, right? One thing is undefeated is sex, man. To a man, that's a champion.
Hey, DJ.
Yo, coach.
Hey, DJ. After further looking at it, it also says that it seems like he got himself in a little pigeonhole because he denied even having the girl's number.
Right.
And apparently they did an investigation and they got a hold to some text messages too. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like, okay. Yeah. So sound like that was also added to the validity of his, is he believable?
Right. And
his credibility came into question.
I agree. And denying the number, right? Denying having the girl's number.
Right.
I know I got her number. Yeah, we've talked before, but we ain't had no sexual intercourse.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't prove that unless you had a sexual test or you put me on a lie detector test. I mean, that's the only way you can prove it, Ings. Ain't no other way.
What kind of restrictions were put on her? Anything of the sort? Because he was a superior?
That she can't work with him no more. Duh.
That doesn't appear to be.
Right.
If he lied having the number, she lied about him ever calling, or she having his number. So something, I don't know. It sounds like a messy three-way, and one was not pleased.
I heard that. Hey, Angel, I like how you thinking. Thanks for your call, man. Call again. Hey, you know what? I'd like to get more women in Detroit to call me, man. I don't have a lot of women call. We got to pick out women callers up, man. You know what I'm saying, Coach?
I agree.
We get a lot of men call. I don't get a lot of women calling in Detroit. Hey, Detroit, I'm putting it out. Call your boy, 313-778-7600. I know my girl Redbone is going to call. That's my girl. So 313-778-7600. Hey, let's get down to what's going on with the impeachment, man. Doc, what's going on? Get me up to speed. Get the listening audience up to speed. What's happening with this impeachment?
Okay, first and foremost, we got to understand what an impeachment is, and I think clarity is needed. Impeachment is like an indictment. It's like if police arrest me on probable cause. That's all it is. That's all the power that the House has, and it's the same thing a prosecutor has until the individual goes to court. And the court in this situation is the Senate. So as far as what they're saying is that we have enough probable cause to start this process, which is called impeachment or it's called indictment. Now, the interesting thing about indictment, everybody knows, is that especially in the law field, that they often say an indictment, you can indict a ham sandwich. What does that mean? That means 99% of the time you can basically indict someone. So because it's just on probable cause, it's just, you were there, and that's or your tail light was out, or you own a gun or whatever. You can get indicted for just about anything. So the impeachment process is pretty much the same thing. And Donald Trump in this case was impeached, as they say, for the second time, only by what we would call in the regular world, or typically we would call by the prosecutor. And that's pretty much where it starts. And that's just a starting process.
So Eddie.
I thought it was important that we make sure we understand that.
Right. So, Eddie.
Now, I do must add this.
What's that? What you want to add?
I want to add that in a lot of things that people were saying, like due process. Due process operates under a criminal situation where a person is entitled to defend himself or have an attorney, have witness, and all that. So when you heard the other side or the Republicans keep bringing up, I would say at least 50% of people brought up that he didn't have due process. The presidency is a job. It's like you and I work for the government. That's a job. We're not being criminally charged with anything. Therefore, we don't need a due process system. And they don't want to put the rule in place, a law in place, which is called at will or right to work law, right? At will state or right to work state. At will state means that you can fire someone because you want to, just on the whim, right? And you also can quit on the whim. So that's at right state. So they didn't want to put the law into place. Last but not least, you have right to work, and that just means that everybody has a right as a citizen of the United States to.
Hey man, what the hell that got to do with what we were just talking about? I don't know what you got me with. What you got me on this? What was that all about?
Well, I'm saying that,
you got me all over the place. I'm trying to figure out what the hell.
The problem that they was having. No, the argument I'm trying to put you in the context of the problem that they were arguing, the Republicans, the reason they did not vote unanimously, 10 people did go over to Donald Trump and vote him to be impeached. But I'm saying you're looking at 90-some% of Republicans did not.
Okay, well, this is what we need to do. But Doc, listen to me, Doc.
Was because they.
Listen, Doc.
Right.
That's what you need to do. I mean, you went on around the block, man. I had no idea when the hell you was going with that. I mean, we just got to be simple. See, we ain't that educated. See, I'm just an old street boy. So when you talk that education all over the place, it loses me. Just get to the point. I mean, you going around 15 million pieces. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And I know the listeners got to be like, damn, what is he talking about? I mean, we got some educated listeners up in Detroit. I do understand that, and I can appreciate that. So I'm not telling all. I'm just talking about the ones who do hang out with me. So, all right, Donald Trump. So the impeachment is I think the reason why they're trying to do the impeachment is so he can't run again. Because he's threatening to say, I'm going to run again. If he impeached, is that it? Is they saying if he runs again, if they impeach him, he automatically cannot run again?
Correct.
No, that's the narrative. That's an intentional narrative. That is not the case.
Okay.
The case is if you don't do something, and he does it again. Let's say he has 7 days left, and he does something else, and it's almost damage you do, damage you don't.
Well, my question: if he gets impeached again, he's been impeached, right? If no, he's not been impeached because the Republicans didn't.
He hasn't been impeached.
Huh?
He has been impeached. You can't erase that. He's been impeached.
Okay, so
it's just like me being indicted.
My question though,
it still got to go to the Senate.
Exactly. It don't have to go to the Senate.
Right, but that's got to go to. That doesn't change the impeachment.
Okay, but my question: what would block him from running again? Then they keep saying if he's getting impeached for the second time, that would stop him from running.
They found him guilty of it, right?
Exactly. That's like if I have a criminal record.
Okay, so my question is,
if you found guilty of it,
so
right?
Me being arrested, DJ, you being arrested does not go on your criminal record, but you cannot change that you've been arrested.
Okay,
you can't change you've been arrested.
So let me ask you this question: if he gets impeached again, right? But it does not go, they don't find him guilty of the case, all right? Of the impeachment, he doesn't find guilty of the impeachment. Right. That means he still have the ability to run for president again. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. So this is all smoke. So this is all smoke and mirror.
But DJ,
just taking them to the.
Go ahead, Coach.
In my opinion, guys, here's why it's not smoke and mirrors. If Donald Trump, if the Republicans do not affirm his impeachment through the Senate, Donald Trump will try to run in 2024, but he will not run as a Republican. That's why they will impeach him. I guarantee you they will go through with it. Mitch McConnell and them will go through because he's become dangerous now, guys. He's become dangerous now. And so they don't want him to take all those 70 million, those millions and millions of orders. It's like, DJ, when we had these elections, when these Negroes get in it to take votes away. See, that would be the situation. The Republicans would never ever recover from that if he started another party.
Okay. All right. So what part?
The white folks will go over to that side in a minute.
I don't know what party. I don't know what party he would try to. I don't know. I'd be amazed. No, I'm not amazed what white folks do. They do some things that I'm amazed they do. No, I'm not amazed. They do it. But my question is this. What are the chances on Donald Trump? I don't think he would run. With his age alone, he ain't going to have 4 years to be able to run again. He ain't that kind of shape. He ain't that healthy of a man to come back 4 years to run again. It just ain't going to happen. So everybody's sitting up here, well, going to stop allowing him from running. That dude ain't running again. He's damn near 90. He ain't going to be able to get out there again. He ain't in no shape. Only thing he do is run around with that stupid toupee on the damn golf course. He is not riding. He is not running 4 years from now. In fact, I don't know where we're going to be 4 years from now with all this stuff that's going on with this virus and everything else. No question who and what will happen. Donald Trump ain't running again. All that smoke he's smoking. I mean, maybe somebody gave him some weed. I mean, weed is legal in some states. Is weed legal in D.C.? Because maybe he went to one of them weed shops and got some weed. Because I'm telling you what, he's delusional. If he thinks he can run in 4 years and have the same impact, it's ridiculous. It's nowhere in the world. He's too old. The dude is 70-something years old. Ain't happening.
Well, DJ, how old is Biden?
They're trying to make it frivolous, though, man. That's not even the issue.
Yeah, but it is an issue.
It's not the issue.
The issue is going to be an issue.
If you think that's the issue,
I'm talking to you.
Really
It is the issue of him running again. He ain't going to run again. Well, tell me, Professor, I'm one of your students.
Based on what?
I want you to tell me if he's going to run again.
What we heard.
Based on what he's saying.
Yeah, we based on what? Only what we heard.
Exactly.
Everybody got all kind of assumptions.
Okay. Let me tell you what I'm basing this on. I'm basing this on what they call mother-in-law. Health. Age. That's what I'm basing it on. That's one thing we ain't going to escape is health and age. We ain't going to escape that, man. How old is Donald Trump? 70 what? What is he, 70 what?
No, I'm saying to believe that the issue, the reason they are impeaching him is because he might run again. That is frivolous. That ain't
I'm not saying that's why I don't know why them old rednecks do what they do.
Oh.
They do it because they want to do stuff. They just fake everybody out like they doing something. You know, I mean, let me tell you something. You ain't gonna be no advocate for black folks when you've been tearing them down all this time. How you gonna be an advocate for black folks when you go out your way to just tear them up? I wanted you to tell me that one. Go ahead, Coach.
Who's gonna advocate for black people?
I would just want to know then from Doc. He said that.
Hey, DJ, you got Fidel on the line.
Okay. Hold on. Well, look, and before go ahead.
Okay, they didn't impeach him before. You know what they said? Let me finish. They said at the hearing, at the Senate, when the Senate did not find him guilty of anything improper, right? They said he learned his lesson and he will not do it again. Now, because they kept him in there, we got 5 people dead. And we got a riot. We got a riot, or what we call it what it is. Historically, that was a lynch mob.
Okay, well, look here.
You can call all these other names. That was a legal, historical lynch mob.
No, we're not saying it wasn't. We all on the same page. No, that was a coup. See, they want to talk about it was a protest. It was a coup, man. No, it was. They came. They did just. We see this on TV. We see it in the Middle East when they go and overthrow governments and overthrow the president and run the emperor out of wherever. You know, we've seen that. Now, my man Kim Floyd and my man Reggie Jones, a mayor, sent me. They said, Kim Floyd, what up, Kim? And what up, my man Reggie? Okay, they say Trump is 74 years old. Biden is 78 years old, right? It ain't nowhere in the world that dude running at 78. I mean, Biden did it. He got lucky. But it ain't going to happen. I mean, Donald Trump was his own downfall. The reason why that dude did not win is because Donald Trump was so big of an idiot, he gave him the race. It was Donald Trump's to lose. But they did everything they possibly could to not win that thing. Go ahead, Coach.
Well, I just, I agree with you on that, DJ. It was his race to lose, and he actually he has scratched that Republican Party, man. Hey, it is theater. It is hot theater, man. It is kind of fascinating to watch all the back and forth and the chess moves and all that. You know, you got Mitch McConnell. He's mad because he's not going to be
right.
the leader of
Doesn't he have the bad? Doesn't he have the worst neck in America? That dude got the worst neck in America. Damn. Hey, let me read something that Jackie Mack just put up, Eddie, and I'll let the viewers see it in a minute. You're looking at Facebook. She said he has impeached. The Senate decided criminal charges. They want to make sure he don't get presidential privileges like the outgoing presidents normally do. Okay, his loss of salary, his Secret Service work, and other things. That's what they're saying they don't want him to benefit from. Do you agree with that, Eddie?
I think that's one part. I just think it's one part. My main premise in listening to the facts and the reality of the case is if they do nothing and imagine something go down again within 7 days and they do anything, they want to go on historical books that they did something.
All right, my man Keith Porter say, how can you get on air? Hey, Keith Porter, you can call. You want to call in? Call 313-778-7600. That's the number, 313-778-7600. You can call us. We're in the Motor City getting down. So, Keith, that's the number, 778-7600, 313. Hey, let me say this, man. Thanks, Bianchi, for putting that number up, man. And I'll show the number so everybody can see it again. Let me say this, folks. I hear what we're saying. But what we got to understand, we always talk about how the rules don't work for us. What's normal in normal circumstances is not normal when it's dealing with white men with power. Why do we assume Donald Trump can't get away with all this stuff? He's been getting away with it. And you know what's ridiculous now? When I see all these Republicans sitting up here wanting to pretend like they really upset, I can't believe what he did to the democracy, what he's done to our country, what he's done to our nation. They have been supporting this racist bastard all this time, allowing him to do whatever he wanted to do. Now you want to take a stand and say, I'm upset about it? It's ridiculous. It is truly ridiculous when I hear that stuff, man. You know, and you know, I want to try to hold Fidel over to the next to our break, and I want to give him a few minutes. So hold Fidel over for the next break, because we got a break coming up in a minute. So I don't want to put him in there now. Now, and what's surprising to me, you don't hear an outcry for black folks, man. We should be up in arms about it. I mean, let me ask y'all a question. How many NAACPs, the urban leagues, all these other strong black organizations throughout the country, have they made joint statements? I don't know. Have they made joint statements of what's going on? Have they came out in one unified situation? I don't know. Tell me.
I have not heard it. I have not heard any joint statement.
I haven't either.
By any political.
I think that's very important. A very important point.
Have any of them made a statement? Have the NAACP in D.C. come out? Had the NAACP in Detroit come out? Had the NAACP in St. Louis come out? Now that's my man, NAACP in St. Louis. He's strong. But have anybody came out and said anything? I mean, somebody tell me. I mean, on Facebook, my man Mark King, tell me something, Mark. You know what I'm saying? Tell me something, Bianchi. Have any of them came out and said anything?
Hey, DJ.
So go ahead.
The only one I've seen come out with anything significant to say or took a stand is what Corey did today on the House floor. That's the only thing I've seen somebody come out. Other than her saying what she said, Nobody else, no other prominent person has come out and said anything that I've heard.
So you got a freshman congresswoman come out of the state of Missouri to say something. The only one.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
A black woman. Once again, a black woman.
Right. And you know what? What is that doing? That's what we're going to get down with. What are they supposed to say? You tell me what they're supposed to say, Mark. They need to sit up here and denounce the actions, man. What do you mean, what are they supposed to say? Khalid? That's what they're supposed to say. They're supposed to come out and denounce what's going on. They're not doing it. And don't even go there, Bianchi. Don't even go there talking about Bill Clinton. He rebuilt Detroit with Syrian refugees. Man, I don't even want to hear that.
Who cares?
Right, we talking about now. So you're saying why wouldn't they come out? Why would they not come out and say something? Khalid Omar? You tell me. Tell me why wouldn't they come out and say something? We ain't made a statement. Why won't we say something? Because y'all think, well, that fight is them white folks fighting. Do y'all understand when white folks fight, we take the brunt of it? Do y'all understand that? That's what blows me away. Let's stay out of that fight. Do you know we're going to be the ones going to get their ass whooped when it's all said and done? They want to sit up here and talk about, let the white folks fight. We ain't got nothing to do with it. Do you know you do have something to do with it? That's why Black Lives Matter, they whoop their ass all the time. That's why they shooting these young, innocent black boys who don't have no gun. That's why they go into the young lady's house, an apartment, and kill her. Nobody get acquitted. Everybody get acquitted. Come on, man. No charges have been placed on these people. Philantro Castile, no charges. Then y'all ask what we got to do with it. Y'all lost y'all damn mind. Go ahead, Coach.
No, you said it. You said it, DJ. You said everything that needs to be said. Hey, when they argue, most of the time when they settle the argument, it has something to do with something that affects us. Usually when that's going to affect us in a heavy, significant way. Usually when they're arguing, it's something that's going to affect black people.
I just don't understand why we sit up here and act like we don't supposed to say that's their fight. Who thinks that way, Professor? Who in the hell think what happened in D.C. don't affect us?
Hey, DJ.
Go ahead.
When they were arguing over the stimulus check, who is that going to affect the most?
Right.
Who is that going to affect? When they're arguing over the unemployment benefits, who is that affecting?
And then Bianchi, man, don't do that, man. Don't piss. Now, Bianchi, you pissing me off. That young man Castile had a damn, he knew the law. He told the guy he had a conceal. So don't sit up here and act like he did nothing wrong. Now, you want to put your head all up in the white boy's butt, you can do that all you want, Bianchi. But don't do that.
No, that's right.
I'm not going to allow you to disrespect a young man who was senselessly murdered by some white-ass, racist-ass police officers. You're not going to do that. That's what one thing you're not going to do. Because you know what? You got a grandson that I know, that I've been around.
Yes.
That we've done work with. Imagine if that happened to him. Would you sit your ass up here talking about he should have known the law?
Yes.
Don't go there, man. Somebody lost a kid, lost a member, a father, lost a brother, an uncle. And you want to do that? That's some crazy ass stuff you did, talking. And killed, right, in front of, I know his girlfriend was in the car. Ain't gonna sit up there. The man didn't do nothing wrong and everybody knew it. And you want to throw that Bianchi, don't go there. One thing I ain't gonna let you do is disrespect it like that. Now you can have your white ass views all you want. You want to speak up for white folks all day, you can do that. But you sure in the hell ain't gonna do it here tonight. That ain't happening. Go talking about Castile should have knew the law. That's some insensitive ass stuff you did. Let something happen to your grandson and see how you'll be talking. Don't do that, man. That's one thing we're not going to allow you to do. It disrespect that situation. I know you carry water for white folks, and you're my friend, that you're a white folks water carrier. That's cool. But you ain't gonna disrespect a young man who was senselessly murdered, didn't commit no crime, didn't have nothing wrong, doing nothing wrong, and a white man gonna shoot him right in front of his girlfriend like it didn't mean nothing. We ain't no guy. Boy, you almost made me curse to get in trouble. We ain't no damn animals, man. Although you and your white friends probably think that. We're not. You put that in the bank. So we want to sit up here and talk about these don't the protests. And then you got black women. You got white women, black women marrying racist ass guys who's on Donald Trump team. Explain that. I want to know that. Explain how you got the Proud Boys, who is no extreme racist, right-wing extreme racist. And you tell me, y'all tell me this. How do you have a black woman marrying a white racist guy? I want y'all to tell me that. I know we're about to take a break, but I want y'all to tell me that. And when I come back, Bianca, you don't put me in a nasty-ass mood tonight. I was trying to be holy tonight, but you done put me in a nasty-ass mood. I'm going to talk about Black Lives Matter, too, when I come back. I want to get down on that before we take a call, because we're about to take a break in a minute. When we come back, I want to talk about that. You know why? Let me ask this question before we go. I want y'all to ponder this, Eddie and Coach, Doc and Coach. Y'all ponder this. If Black Lives Matter movement really means what it says, let's move for black lives. Let's protect, preserve the black lives. Then why in the hell we don't do the same protesting when the young black boy get his head blown out on the damn street in that community? I just want to know that. I just want to know that. Why is it that we don't have the same vigor when our young black boys? And my man James told me that I think he said was a 6-year-old kid got shot in the head. Did he say that? Got murdered in Detroit. I believe that's what he said the age was. But it was a baby. I support Black Lives Matter to the end. I want everybody to understand that. But I have a freaking problem when our young black boys and black girls are getting murdered out here and we ain't got the same vigor. If a white guy kill our kid, then we want to burn down the house. A black guy kill our kid, guess what? It's okay. Well, it ain't okay. You done got me in a stinking ass mood, Bianchi. I ain't in a good mood, folks. So don't call it no foolish tonight. The big fella's smoking. Holler at your boy. When I come back, we taking calls. 313-778-7600. Your boy, the professor, your boy, the coach, and your boy, the big fella. I am in a foul mood, so don't come foul tonight, y'all. Don't come foul tonight, or you're going to get some foot straight up in your butt. The big fella right back. find out Mark King. It was Mark King. Always getting. Your family.
I'm saying, and I'm looking at history in terms of what has changed.
Let me ask you a question, man. How many laws have truly benefited us? That we got the maximum opportunity to benefit black folks.
We are 910 AM Superstation. WFDF Farmington Hills, Detroit. 910 AM Superstation, a division of Adele Media.
Welcome back to the Demetrious Johnson Show, the big fella, the coach, and the professor. Holla at your boys. We're going to take calls 313-778-7600. You're on Facebook. You're on all our social media, 313-778-7600. Bring it on. Bring whatever you can. We ready to go. Let's go with our first call. Let's bring my boy in. I like this dude. Here's my man. Let's bring our boy Fidel in. What up, Fidel?
Hey, my brother, how you feeling, big fella?
Man, they got me hot tonight, player. Bianchi got me hot.
Hey, didn't I tell you, man? I'll be trying to tell you, DJ. Hey, DJ, did you ever consider going 5 days a week? What you think about that?
We're thinking about it. We're going to try to see what we can do to try to make it work.
As you can see, you much needed in Detroit. Hey, man, from the subject earlier to the black guy did something with the white girl to everything, man. If you think about it, man, go back to the movie. And y'all got to remember, I asked y'all this last week, Malcolm or King. Most of y'all said Malcolm. Now y'all got to start acting like it. If not, you're going to get the same result. You got to be tough. You got to be firm. That's what Europeans, and that's what your own race. It's going to be a hard fight because you're going to run into that situation with Biaki. You're going to run into a whole bunch of people that feel that way. But those are the people that are harming us. Those are the people that are not keeping us together. They'll see it their way, and they won't see it with nothing what you talking about. So again, DJ, you have to humble yourself, and this all you got to do. Just say, what would Malcolm do? Just what would Malcolm do? See, and then you said something else. People that rolled over people here. Most people are taught to go to college, get a good job, get a good education, get a good job. Now, this is what you missing, big fella X.
All right.
College don't teach you black liberation.
No doubt.
Most churches don't teach you black liberation. Black liberation means this here: love each other, care for one another, support one another. That's just it. The churches say that, and they do the opposite. They vote the opposite. They'll bring in a candidate that looks like somebody else and say vote for them, and they sell them out every time. So again, you got to get with a group of people say, this is how we live. This is how we practice. This is how we eat. Hey, I ain't never ate no swine. That's the pig or that's the white woman. So I don't have that problem. I ain't never voted for a white European man or a woman. I don't have that problem. Do you know how many people around me said, well, I voted for this white governor, and this white governor said water is a necessity. It's not a necessity. Turn that water off. I hate it. I voted for it. Duh. They've been killing us for 500 years, big fella. They not going to stop.
Well, let me say this to you, though. Hold on, big dog. Fidel, hold on now, man. I think it's truly unfair now for you to put all white folks like that. Because all white folks, I mean, for us to get liberation and things to happen, we had to have somebody on the team. I mean, we had to. There's some good white folks out here, man. All of them ain't bad. So we can't just use that brush to say all white folks are bad. Now you're not being fair though, man.
Show me this, DJ. Show me one that said, you know what? I did my history. It's a European chart.
Uh-huh.
I did my history. My forefather has took your forefather's invention. We took it. We stole it. We made billions of dollars out. Now, here you go. Here you go. I'm going to give it back to you. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Anytime, now dig this here. If they want to help you, of course you accept them. But you got to go in the dope mindset. I'm here to help myself and my people before I can think about y'all. When you played for the Detroit Lions, you didn't think about the Green Bay Packers or the Minnesota Vikings. You thought about the Detroit Lions. So that would be silly for me to say, hey, man, y'all all football players. Why you didn't give Minnesota the ball? Why you just didn't turn around and give Green Bay the ball? Come on, man.
No, but I understand. But let me. But. All right, hold on, Fidel. Now you know I like giving you time. That's why I wanted to take the break before I got you on. Hey, Coach, I want you to address Fidel on your thought on that. Then after him, Coach, Professor, you gonna come in. Go ahead, Coach.
Well, Fidel, I respect Fidel when he always calls in, but DJ, Fidel probably don't know some of the things that we do in the community, and Doc, he doesn't understand. The reason I know that it's a lot of good white folks out there. Half of our organization, half of the things we get is from white folks. The Negroes don't do nothing.
Right.
They don't do nothing. See, so Fidel, like you said, you don't know what's going on in Detroit. You don't know what's going on in St. Louis. Half of the Negroes don't do nothing. It's white folks helping us do things in the community for young black men and women. So I know damn well there's some good white folks in there. And it's a whole lot of bad Negroes, too, on top of that.
All right.
Can I respond to that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, yeah.
I know good and well white folks ain't giving you a well-paying job and a well-paying contract. I know white folks ain't giving you your own business. I know that.
How do you know? No. You don't. Hold on. Time out. You don't know that. See, now you're speaking to something you don't know. Now you're on another page, though, dog. No, you're on another page.
Are you telling me white folks giving out well-paying?
I am telling you, I know some white folks that gave out some great jobs, and I know I have benefit off of some great stuff from white folks. So come on, man.
Why are we the majority all across from east to west, from north to south? Why we are the majority that don't have nothing? They don't talk about the kids in the suburbs. They say in the inner city that it's less than the majority of the family make less than $35,000.
Okay, let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you this question. Hold up. Hey, Eddie. After this question, I'm gonna ask you this question. So you always talk about what has been the staple hold of the black community for years, for centuries. What, the church? And you are very critical on the church, right?
Correct.
You always talk about the church. So when you want to talk about blaming somebody, don't blame all these white folks. Blame the Negroes in Detroit, the Negroes in St. Louis, the Negroes in Kansas City, the Negroes in Chicago. That's what you need to blame. You want to talk about all white folks. Negroes, man, they are doing. Who killed Malcolm X?
Negroes.
Okay, then.
Hey, you right, DJ.
Okay, then.
With the few seconds that I get, I only can hit on the top. You are 100% right. I agree with you 100%. It don't take me long to comprehend. Now, since you're right, now the majority of those Negroes that do this and do that and kill each other and rape each other and steal from each other, guess what upbringing they come from? They'll tell you themselves, go in the county jail with it, do the count. How was you raised? What religion did you believe in? They're going to say, man, we was taught to believe in me, Lord, Jesus Christ. I swear to God. Do the count.
Don't hang up. Don't hang up yet. Hey, Eddie, I want you to go ahead and get in this. Go ahead, Professor.
I see it as a real game. I'll never forget a young lady named Kimberly Jones said it on YouTube. If you want to see it or hear it, she said it best. It's a real game. And how do you win when the deck is stacked against you? Would be my question even to Fidel. How do you win when, like you just said, everything you said? What do you do when your back is up against the wall? What do you do when the cards, all the best cards, is in the person that you playing hand? How do you win?
I got that answer for you.
Let's hear
you
it.
Do the same. You do the same thing that they did. If they killed us, you kill them. You do the same thing as the Arabs do, the Mexicans do. You got to come together. You got to live as one. You got to support each other.
Okay, you're right. But you know what? You're right. But see, you know why? Because the Mexicans. No, let me tell you why. And the Mexicans and the Arabs are brought up to support one another. We were brought up separate. We were separated, right? So yeah, you're right. Hold on. When the Arabs come over here, hold on, time out. When the Arabs come over here, when Mexicans come over here, you go down to some of these areas we live in and you live in, Mexicans, 20 of them in one house. They go in there and they build all their resources up, right? Then they go and do their thing. We don't do that. We're separate. You doing good, Pierre? Hey, man, you doing good. Guess what? You got your brother next door, man, trying to take you down. So come on, man. Come on. We got so much self-hatred going on, man. Come on.
They're going to have the whole block filled up with Mexican, beautiful houses. They're going to have Mexican visitors. Now, again, if I tell my black Christians folk all around me, next door, to my left, to my right, hey, y'all, let's do this. Let's put our money together. I ain't got no money. Y'all can spend $2,000 each kid for Christmas. Well, let's do this, y'all. Let's build this. I got to do this. I got to do this. But wait a minute. When Jay-Z come to concert, y'all got money for this. Y'all going to the concert. They priorities is effed up.
All right.
Can't make no grown man and no grown woman.
Okay. So don't blame it on white folks. You know what I'm saying? Don't blame it on white folks.
Listen to me.
I'm listening.
I start with first thing first. White folks trained us like that. Prior to that, when we was before they came put one foot on this land and came to Africa, we did that. We lived off the land. We didn't pollute the air, the land, or the water. White folks did that. We didn't drop no nuclear bomb. We weren't running around there killing. Only time you seen some killing when the two big dogs was trying to become the king, they fought it out. Whoever won, that was the king.
All right.
Y'all seen Black Panthers. Beautiful people helping each other out, loving. No homosexual. None of that robbing and breaking in somebody's house. We moved as one.
All right, man. Hey, look here, big dog.
When you add Christianity into that, you done screwed them up. The pastors get
Hey, man, hey, Fidel, check this out. I'm gonna do something, man. I'm gonna get your number, right? We're gonna put you on hold. I'm gonna have them get your number. I like your conversations, right? I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring you on my show in St. Louis, too, man. You know?
Let's do it.
I'm going to bring you on my show in St. Louis on Sunday morning.
Let's do it.
I'm going to do that. Because you got a hell of a statement. Hey, so last
but not least, I love each and every one of y'all. I'm peaceful. Hey, I can even accept a person that don't agree with me. But the facts has been going on well before our grandmamas was born. We gotta change our way of thought, and that's all I'm saying.
Hey,
I don't mean to be.
Hey, no, you ain't rude. Hey, you ain't rude or hey, no, you're not rude nor ignorant. This is what I need you to do. Hey, get my man's number for me. Get my man's number for me, okay? He's gonna get your number, and we're gonna go from there, Fidel. Thank you, my man.
I want y'all to be cool, and most importantly, y'all stay stress-free. Peace, man. I'll see you on Monday.
All right, big boss. Let's go to my man James, man. Hey, what up, James?
Hey, go to Rick.
Oh, let me go to Rick. Hey, what up, Rick?
Hey, what's going on, man? And that should be an interesting show, with you and Fidel in St. Louis. Fidel's views are strong, but you guys have walked me now into a very complex scenario, and let me see if I can help you and I walk out of it together. Seemingly, much of our problem has to do with our relationship one to another. It is a very appealing idea in America to think about freedom and the pursuit of happiness and the right to stand and be as you are, even to, have whatever God you want. That's quite a privilege. And I think that a lot of times there's not much respect for us. Not a lot of people have respect for our rights to choose. They don't have a lot of respect for our rights to really do anything. And it starts with what we have to say. When your voice, when your word, when your speech is not valued equally, it begins to go downhill from there. When you're not, brought to any equal contract of understanding, it's downhill. It's not fair for anybody to talk for anybody else. We're never going to be able to come together around issues if I'm telling you what you need to do, right? It's just not going to occur. We will have to convince each other that we have a better plan. Just as in any relationship, it requires some clearing up of how power will work, okay? Who will be in power, what the mindset of power will be like. And I just think that, if we're ever going to get anywhere, it is going to start with at least that. At least we agree. Start with a minor thing,
Hey, can I tell you this? Hey, Rick, let me say this to you. I mean, that was very poetic conversation and statements. I like what you're saying. But how do we get folks when we are taught at a young age, don't give a damn, don't care, don't worry about you. You know what? Interesting, and I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna show you this. I want you to follow me on this one, okay, big fella? Okay. All right. When a white officer or a white fireman or something get killed in an accident on a job or something happened tragic, that white community come out in droves to raise money to try to help protect, preserve the integrity of that family under difficult circumstances. Hold on. Let me go here. In the same view, when it happens to black police officers or black firefighters, the same response is not in our community. We do not come out and support one another like white folks do. Guess why? Because we taught at a young age. We taught at the young age? Hey, man, get your own. Don't worry about helping nobody. It's all on you. You got to grind. Okay? So I'm letting, no. So now I come up as an adult. I have no semblance or no thought about helping somebody else because there's something ain't in my blood. I never was taught that. Go ahead, ask me this, Rick.
Okay. Now, the first thing you said was right off the top. What about the mutual part? It's the front end agreement. You know why? That firefighter or that cop or that person that has that missing child and 200 people show up, they didn't just show up out of osmosis. It didn't just occur to them out of some, it was a pre-front end agreement. Okay, they formed militias because they were protecting themselves. They formed search parties because they were protecting themselves. And I'll get out and protect you and anybody else, especially if I expect that by me doing it for you, I'm going to get the same thing.
So guess what? But guess what? No, you know the problem? But you know the problem is, big man? The problem is we ain't taught that. We ain't taught to help my man, my fellow man. Let's pull him up. Let's walk with him.
So you're not taught to buy whole life insurance, but the value of it is pointed out to you.
Oh, okay? No. Time out. Say, oh, I like that one. That was a good one you hit me with, big boss. You came out of nowhere. You hit me with a sucker punch on that one, life insurance. But guess what? But let me hit you with this one, though. Let me hit you with this one, big fella. Do you know probably 90% of the black folks don't have no damn insurance?
Well,
yeah. So the ones who normally gonna have insurance, and this is not 100%, but the majority of ones who's gonna have it, guess what? They're gonna have some type of education. They're gonna have somebody to tell them how important it is to them. That's the difference. We and Jackie Mack, you're 100% right. We don't have the same relationship with the police officers and the firefighters that white folks to look at and respect at a high level. We're 100% right. Hey, my man, give me a call Monday, man. Give me a call. I like talking to you, Rick. Okay. You brought some heat. Thanks, man.
Victory.com, man. Talk to you later.
Thank you. Give me that again, Rick. Did we lose him? All right. Let's go to my man, James. We got James back.
Hey, good evening there.
Come on, big ball. Bring it on. We on tonight. Now, let's go.
You know what? I got to agree with you. You right. Fidel is right, too. I'm going to tell you why. we grow up being chased by the police all the time because that's the way it's set up. See, the city of Detroit is being punished for the '67 riot. Blacks want to say they own everything in the neighborhood. They didn't. Jews still own 80% of the stores in black neighborhoods. They burned up all the Jew stores. This is why we are being punished in Detroit. We used to have 27 brand new car dealerships in Detroit. Now we have 4. We got about 35 used car lots owned by Arabs in the city of Detroit. Black auto repair business, I'm going to give it to you because I know a lot of the guys. They being harassed by the city inspectors. How is it you get snow on your property at your business on a Sunday? City inspectors is closed on Sunday. They come by Sunday, ride, see the snow, come back, give you a ticket Monday dated for Sunday. See, this is what's going on. That a lot of the blacks is not going to tell you. We're being punished because of the riot. Arabs have been taught by our government. They have bought into this country. They own some of everything. But 9/11, they were labeled as terrorists. But they own everything all of a sudden.
Hold on. Hold on, James. Let me go back to what you just said. You're saying that on a Sunday it's snow on a facility on, excuse me, a car dealer or whatever, parking lot or whatever, someone black person parking lot, a business establishment, right? That's what you're saying.
Right.
You're saying that they come back and write a ticket on Saturday, but date it on Monday. I mean on Sunday, but date on Monday. Now, hold on. First of all, let's do this, man. How in the hell do you know that happened? Did you see it happen?
I know the auto repair shop guys. They are being harassed.
How did you know the auto repair guys ain't telling you that they did it on a Sunday and they did it really on that Monday?
Because I plowed their snow on Monday.
Okay. Maybe.
Well, they showed me the ticket,
but how they gonna show you? Okay, what was the ticket? Okay, let me ask you a question then. Did they show you the ticket after the time it was? Hold up. Was the ticket date when you looked at the time on the ticket? Did it date on the ticket that it did not happen the time that you was there, or was it there before you got there?
The ticket was dated the day before. I got there at 5 o'clock.
Oh man, come on, man! You gonna tell me they gonna date you on a Sunday?
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
You do
I'm
it.
gonna show you this, and hold on. I got pictures of what I'm gonna tell you. Now you just hold on. You can go to one of the nearest police stations in Detroit on the west side. Arabs got a auto repair business. 400 feet from the police station on the same street. They got cars parked on the grass, BMW. I mean, all of these cars they be buying from the office.
Well, look here. Hey, James. Hey, look here, man. I got to go. We got to go take a break, man. I'm sorry. I wish I could finish this conversation with you. Hit me up on Monday, man. We're going to finish this conversation. You pick up from the Arabs got cars on the damn lot by the police station. I want you to pick that up because you know what? If that's the case, then I really disrespect the guys in Detroit because y'all ain't standing up if that stuff is going on. That's the problem. Thanks, James. The big fella, the coach, the damn professor. Oh, they're going to get in this conversation when we come back. Holla back at me. We got my man Brian, Big Joe, and my man, who else we got there? Is that, who else? Anybody call your boy. Holla at me. 313-778-7600. The big fella right back.
If your laptop or desktop isn't working or all about technology, we'll fix it.
Yeah, I know my ritual. I got to let this play for a minute. I'm trying to bring us all together as one, Doc. I'm trying to bring us all as one, Coach. I'm trying. That's why I play this, because this mellow me down, man. Frankie, we are one mellows me down, man. It mellows the big fella, because the big fella's hot tonight. Y'all got me at another level tonight. I'm trying to be, in a smooth, feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But the Detroit folks just gets to me sometimes. Y'all make the big fella mad. So I got bring it. We got to bring it. That's what we do. But I truly appreciate it. Let me hold on, Mike. Let me hear this right here. I can't understand it, man. Thank you, Big Mike. I appreciate it. I thank you, man. Thank you. I needed that, Mike. I couldn't understand why we treating each other this way, man. I don't want to taking up time with the silly games. Thank you, Big Mike. Let's go back to the phone lines. Coach, you ready? The professor, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Let's go. Let's bring my girl. We got a young lady, Miss Denise. Denise, you on with the big fella?
Yes. Hi. Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. This is what I want to say.
Go ahead.
Okay. It deals a lot with heritage. I mean, we as black people here in the city of Detroit, we came from the black bottom. We came from the black bottom. We were taught that we could have, if we got a business, we could move up. We were always taught we could move up. I look at the black cleaners that were here. Singleton's was one of the biggest. I look at various other places from the A&P market. It was a black market. Everything that we have, we are the ones that sold it off. We sell off everything that we have. Mm-hmm. Then we let the foreigners come in and they get it. And once they get it, now we don't own it anymore. Look at the housing here in Detroit. The housing here in Detroit, I look at my neighborhood. I live near Indian Village. I won't say where. Now, I look at that. There were houses that were down and further to the inner sector of the city. Okay, everybody, I don't want those raggedy houses. They said, who came in and bought them? The white man came in and bought those homes and have built them up. Now, you can't live in one of those homes. You see, everything that we have, we give it away. And until we start learning how to give away and to come back and take some away, we're not ever going to have anything. We even give away all our elections. Okay, you
I know that's right.
You look at this. We had our black guy running for mayor, Coleman Young Jr.
Yep.
All of our people should have been behind him. Were they behind him? No. What did they do? They ran behind whom? Mike Duggan. They said we could do better if we run behind Mike Duggan as to having our own man in. But wait a minute. What did Martin Luther King and what did everybody else fight for? Even for Frederick Douglass and everyone else. They fought that we would have equality, that we would have our own, and that we would be able to do something for ourselves. There was no more game called color because we had it all together. We ran off the plantations to get where we had to go where we had to get, to do what we had to do, and know what we were going to do, what we had to do to get where we had to go. You see? Rhetorical all the way around.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah,
we forget our heritage.
Yeah. Hey, Denise.
We take our heritage. Yes.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
And I mean this. Hey, Big Mike, you ready for this? This is our call of the night. Give her our call of the night. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's why I need the ladies to call, because the men be so foolish with their thinking. You were so meticulous about every detail you talked about. And guess what you did? You substantiated it with some facts and history. That's what I like about. That's why I like the women callers. I want more women callers in Detroit, Denise. You are my caller of the night, man. I really
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Great. Don't make this your last. We on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays, 7 to 9, Detroit.
One more thing.
Go ahead. You bring that heat, girl.
One of the biggest funeral homes in the city of Detroit, Cole's Funeral Home.
Yes.
Those are my people.
That's what I'm talking about.
I can tell you where they started from. So see.
So that's what I'm talking about. So that's what you got. You got people in the community that you know that if they give back and they fight and they build up, they can be successful like your family in the big funeral home. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate your call, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Boy, that's what I'm talking about, Eddie. What do you think about that? Professor?
She was on it, man. She was on it. She was well prepared for what she was going to say, and she articulated it, and she brought it. You know, she made a point. I think one of the things we always talk about, and that's the mindset. But whose mindset do we have? And you always say it on our other shows, and a lot of people have been saying it. We are out of our minds, and we're into someone else's mind. And how do you change that? What do you do about it? I mean, you know, you have some conscious people. You have some really intelligent blacks and this, that, and the other. But some of my callers have said, well, how do you help those who don't want to be helped, DJ? We, like you said, we're going to talk all about the problems all day and night.
Right.
But what is our solution? How do we get out of this bag?
I know that's right.
How do we turn this thing around?
I know. Hey, Coach, go ahead. Your thought.
Yeah, I mean, DJ, we said it. We've been saying it all week. I think we mentioned it on last night as well. The self-inflicting wounds, man. Until we heal those wounds that are self-inflicted, we can't expect anyone else to really take us serious. White folks ain't got nothing to do with all our problems now. They ain't responsible for all the problems in Detroit and in St. Louis and in Chicago and in Philadelphia. We got to take some ownership and take the responsibility of some of the things that are self-inflicting in our community.
I know that's right. Let's go back to the phone line, man. Let's bring my man Brian in. Brian, you on there? What's up, man?
Hey, man. First of all, I miss you, bro, and I'm back.
Where you been, man?
Let's set the tone. Hey, trying to figure out what's really going on. And check this out.
Let's go.
This is going to set the tone for really what's going on. And for Dale, you're going to love this. Everybody forgot about what's going on. Modern slavery. Forget your job. You forgot that you don't have anything because now you got a job. You work at Chrysler. I'm good. I got a Cadillac. I got this and that. I'm good. I'm middle class. I've made it. I live here. I live there. I'm okay. But you forgot about your brother that's starving on Cass Avenue. Because modern slavery, and Fidel, you ready? Modern slavery told the church to tell you to bring them 10% tithes and offerings to them so they can ride the Bentleys, the Cadillacs, the Lions, and Tigers, and Bears, no my. Then I started thinking in the 80s, we all drug dealers. We was the mans. I'm a Jones, so everybody know who I am and my family. And Butch will never get out. He got natural life. So guess what they did to modern slavery? Forget the white man. We get this dope. Here we got all these black pastors that allow us to run this city, drug dealers, kingpins. But I look back at the church. You got an armor bearer. When I was a drug dealer, I had a captain. I had lieutenants. I had street soldiers. The church got them. They got ushers. They got all this other stuff. And guess what else they do? They collect money like we did. Okay, now I'm bringing the modern slavery in. How the hell I should go work for somebody and let somebody black teach me in school to go work for another white man? After 4 years of college, are you for real? You never taught me to own nothing. You never taught me to get with my brother like the Arabs do. You never taught me to study another group of people so I can get together and bring my $10 with my cousin, my brother, my uncle, and 8 and 10 of us stay in a damn house like they do out here in Novi, and I watch them, and they all argue one time, and that's when they got to split the money. Other than that, the money is there. But what do? We go to church on Sunday and give them our money and watch them Negroes tell us, I got to share a scripture with you because you can't pay your bill. And apparently you can't pay your bill because you can't do what God told you. And it goes back to what you said, brother, the other day. How in the hell can I help myself if I didn't know I did something wrong? If you told me I'm going to hell, how? What did I do? I wasn't even chose to be born here. Somebody else did. Y'all said it was God and Yahweh. So have you ever wondered why this great leader, Yahshua Yahweh, a.k.a. God, G-O-D, you don't think none of these people thought this man got this much power? He planned it for you Negroes to wake up. So to do it, he said, I need to send an enemy out here to take something in front of your eyes, and I'm going to see if you're going to take it back. And to Fidel's point, Negroes ain't take nothing back.
Oh, no,
and
that's
look
right.
up my videos, Split Who Done It. And I did Comey Young's song, We Be Winning. So I have a stake in this game because I tried to do it through music and song, but the Negroes sold me out. So shout out to you Negroes that like this new modern slavery because you got a damn job.
Hey, hold on before you go, Brian. Before you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Mike. This is the first time in history I ever did this one. First time I'm giving 2 callers of the night. This is my call of the night, baby. You brought the heat, big dog. I really appreciate what you said. Brad, thank you, man. I look forward to talking to you Monday.
Can I ask the people to do one thing?
What's that?
Can I ask the people to
Yeah,
do
go
one
ahead.
thing?
Go ahead.
I did it a couple of years ago, and I'm 60 with a swag of 30, and I don't mess with number 22s, and that's not car tires. Can they drop their damn slave chains? I dropped my slave chain. Negroes, drop your chains, and it's going to be easy to walk around.
I know that. My man, oh, man. Oh, my, hey, they bring the heat in Detroit tonight, man. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Coach, what do you think, Coach? Oh, you there, Coach? Did we lose my coach, man? Oh, my goodness, man.
Yeah, I'm here.
Come on, Coach.
That last statement lost me. Hey, well, what is? I like when the callers and it start out, man. It start out. It start out. It's real. It's authentic. That was a good call, man. That was a good call,
Professor.
Oh, he hit it, man. And it goes back to the mindset, man. But I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do, man.
Well, let's.
How do you get yourself out of slavery?
I don't know. Well, let's go and talk to my man Big Joe. See what he got. What up, Big Joe? What do you got for me?
Well, this is what I got for you.
Let's go.
I'm 61 years old.
Okay.
I watched them take everything in the city of Detroit. I watched them take the school system. I watched them go to the Fisher Building and pay for 4 floors in the Fisher Building that was more than the building itself. I watched these Negroes not open their mouth about nothing that happened in the city of Detroit. Not a thing.
But let me ask you a question, Big Joe. Big Joe, whose fault is that?
That's our fault.
Exactly. It's the leadership that y'all put, that y'all deem, y'all leaders in Detroit, St. Louis, Kansas City, Chicago. It's our fault for putting them folks in place.
But no. Hear me good. Hear me real good.
I want to hear you, Big Joe.
The mayor of the city of Detroit is a Caucasian.
Right.
And he got all of the churches locked down with telling the preachers, if you go against me, I will assess a tarp on your building. He charging them for rainwater that fall off the building. These Negroes are some real sap, Doc. I've been here long enough, and they can't come together because they're jealous of each other.
I know that's right. Let me tell you something. I was there when Coleman Young was the mayor. I was there when the reporter asked Coleman Young a question live on TV. Just got out of practice. Never forget it. Go home, watching the news. They asked him a live question live on TV. He told the reporter, if you ask me something like that again, I'm going to kick your you-know-what. I'd never forget it. That stuck with me for years in my life to see a real black man stand up. But y'all the one put the white mayor in there, man. Y'all the one. Y'all 86, 87, 90% black, and you got a white mayor. Whose fault is that?
You don't see that.
Whose fault is that?
His son don't have his youth. His son ain't nothing like him. He got his name, but he don't have his juice. So you got to have real juice.
But let me say something. But let me ask you this, Big Joe. Y'all can't find a quality candidate, black candidate. That's your fault. That's your fault. That's Fidel's fault. That's Brian's fault. That's everybody else called James' fault. That's y'all because you guys talk about it, but you ain't doing nothing about it.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Oh, okay. If it ain't nothing we can do about it, let's not even. Hey, we don't even have no conversation then, dog.
No, listen to me.
I'm listening.
The people that you will try to help will try to destroy you. They too dumb to receive help.
Okay.
They can't work together.
All right. All right, Big Joe. Big Joe, I look forward to talking to you Monday, big dog. Thanks for your call.
All right, Doc.
That's my man. Let's bring in Marathon. What do you got, Marathon? Bring it to me.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
And I ain't talking about.
Got Trump today.
And I'm not talking about running.
They got Trump today.
Bring it on.
They got Trump today. They didn't want to give him 7 more days. Trump, you got to be more careful. I just want to know, why did it take so damn long?
You asking me? Well, let me tell you something. First of
Yeah.
all, Trump put his white constituents, and I'm talking about the constituents in the Senate, in the politics, in a very difficult position, right? Because they saw the world watched the despicable actions of the right-wing racist ass white folks doing it. And then they got these mind screwed up Negroes out there supporting it too. All right? You got trickle of Negroes in there supporting it. So when you say why it took so long, because they did not want to put that man out like that. Because guess what? You're seeing now it's been discovered that you got politicians coming from all over the country that was at that damn riots at the coup. You got a damn Olympic swimmer at the damn coup. That's the deal. I mean, that's why it took so long. Because guess what? They didn't want to do it. But it looked so bad, not to the state, not to our country. It looked so bad worldwide. See, that's what the pressure come from. See, everybody thinking, oh, well, this, what's going on in our country that made them make the move. No. It was so embarrassing because we're supposed to be the powerhouse. Things like that don't happen in this country. Would never happen. And you almost saw the government get overthrown. That's what took so long. Because they really didn't want to do nothing. Their hands were forced. Some of these Republicans is coming out and talking about, oh, we got to get rid of them. Look at Mitch McConnell. He was swinging on his footballs all the time. Think about your other boy, Josh Hawley. He was joggling his footballs all the time. Now they got to come out. And Josh Hawley, that old clown from the state of Missouri, he never came out and made no apology. Mitch McConnell didn't came out and make no statement, but behind closed doors, he say something. You know why? Because it really matters what white folks think about white folks. That's why it took so long. What's your thought, Coach?
No doubt about it. You hit it right on the head. It made us look weak. It made us look like we were vulnerable. That's one thing white folks don't want to look. They don't want to look vulnerable to the rest of the world. You know what I mean? It was almost like you said, DJ. They came to overthrow the government, to stop the electoral college from going forward with the vote. So it wasn't about the United States. The Proud Boys been doing stuff all over the country, running over people with damn cars, and Trump telling them he love them and they good people. So it definitely wasn't about that. It definitely wasn't about what the people in the United States thought.
Yeah, what about you, Doc?
Hey, we in a bad predicament, man. I mean, we don't even know what the issue is. We don't even know what the problem is. We don't even know if it's personal or not as to why you continue to put not only your foot on our necks, but as the caller's been saying, we allow the foot to be put on our neck. And is this foot on our neck our fault? You hear from your callers.
All right. Hey, what do you think, Marathon?
You guys answered my question.
Do you think?
I want to just say blessings to you, brothers.
Hey, Marathon, thank you for calling, man. We appreciate it, man. So,
Bye-bye.
All right, my man. So let me tell you something. When you talk about what we're going through, we're going through things that it's just amazing. But what's really amazing, when the black folks who grow up with nothing, don't have nothing, become pro athletes, great businessmen, successful people, actors, and whatever, they can't go back down in their community, their neighborhood. I know why someone don't want to go, because you better have bodyguards. That ain't no doubt. Because there's people down there who's going to be hating on you, who's gonna want to try to hurt you, who's gonna want to try to take what you've worked hard for to get. We understand that. We're not crazy to think that they wouldn't try to do that. But let me tell y'all this though. You still got to do it, Eddie. It's our responsibility to go back into these communities, our communities, and help the ones that need help. We can't get to the point, Coach, where we don't go back. We scared. How in the hell I'm going to be scared to go back to my own community that I grew up in?
No doubt.
What's your thought, Coach?
Hey, it takes me to when we talk about even DJ and Doc raising our own children. How in the hell can you be in the house with your kids and be scared of them?
Right.
You're in the same house with them, and you talking about when you go to sleep, you shut your door at night because you're afraid they might come in there and do something. What the hell?
Right. Your thought, Doc?
Unbelievable, man.
I can't get over the fact that you said something yesterday in reference to religion in terms of being taught something that you don't know. You just doing what you're being taught, right? But and I would just like to recommend something that changed my entire life. The way I got on the right track. I wasn't always on the right track. The way I got on the right track. A friend of mine who was doing time in prison sent me a book called Psychopathic Racial Personality by Dr. Bobby Wright. And he asked the same question that we're asking right now. This was back in the 70s and the 80s. He said, why do blacks kill black, right? And you know how he answered the question in the first beginning of the book? He said, because they don't know anything otherwise. This is how we've been manipulated. This is how we've been trained. This is how we've been conditioned. And the question is, some of us so-called, like you said, educated, what is being educated, right? So whatever it is, how did we get out of the so-called condition? You saying you out of condition. JC says he's out of the mindset of this slave mentality, or what the other caller said. We're back where we started, back in slavery, whether it's physical or not. We know for sure that it's mental.
But one thing I think we got to do. This is what I want my listening audience to do, and our viewing audience on Facebook. Bianchi, you going at it today, man. You saying some real, you going at it today, man. You must be in a foul-ass mood because some foul-ass stuff you're putting on my Facebook page that I'm not appreciative of. I'm just letting you know that. All right. So when you talk about trying to do the right thing, okay, that's the key. We say we're going to do the right thing. We're going to go back and do. But let me tell you this. And now, I don't mind. And what gets me when somebody work their behind off to take their family out of a very difficult environment, that you get criticized for doing it. Oh, look at him. Oh, you don't move. If you stay here, you need to stay here with us. Have you lost your damn mind? Why would I leave my kids in an environment that I'm scared to let her walk or him walk outside? I let them walk outside. Sitting in the front, somebody may come back and just drive by, shoot you. Why would I want to do that? Why can't I put my family in another environment where they don't have to worry about getting shot going to school? Where they don't have to worry about somebody jumping them for no reason. And you get mad when a black man or a black woman becomes successful. I only get disappointed. I don't even get mad no more. I only get disappointed when you have a black man or a black woman that becomes very successful and forget about what they've been through. That's what pisses me off. Because guess why? I don't care how much you think you did it on your own. It ain't nobody done nothing on their own. It ain't nobody that lived in that environment didn't get some out of that environment. Didn't happen. So we owe it. See, I talk the talk, but I walk the walk too. We go back in the community and do what we got to do. Check our record. See, you got athletes when they come in, the Detroit Lions football team, the Pistons. The first thing the agents tell the black kids, don't go nowhere close to them in the inner city areas. Like all inner city areas are bad. It ain't nowhere in the inner city that's got some nice houses and nice environment. It's some. But they tell you to live way out in the suburbs. Then they tell you not to come back down in those areas certain times. Well, you know what? What's amazing to me, a lot of those ball players grew up in them environments. Probably, I bet you do a survey, 90% of the players that play in the NFL probably came out them environments. And then they tell them to forget about the environment. That's the problem. You got to surround yourself with people who can keep you grounded. But I'm not telling you need to live there. I'm telling you need to go there and support there. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you put your family in harm's way, because I wouldn't do it with mine. I would never do that. But you tell me, how does that work? My man Keith Porter, yeah, you were in Delaware with us when we came out there and did our thing in the community. You're right. Go ahead. What's your thought, Coach?
Well, again, DJ, what's next for us? And I hear Doc saying that all the time. And it takes me back to when we talked about when President Obama was in office. Every ethnicity, every race of people, every organization, whether it was LGBTQ community, they went to the president with an agenda. We were the only group of people that didn't know what we wanted. But yet still, we said we didn't get anything. We can't even agree to walk across the street together. Until we start agreeing what we want and how we want to get there, we always going to struggle, B. We always going to struggle.
And think about this before you go to you, Doc. But think about this. Hey, you can't get through, Keith. Try the number again, man. Try 313-778-7600. Hey, you calling from a 314 number, right, Keith? Hey, Big Mike, if you get a 314 number, lock that in before we go off in a few minutes. 313, Keith, 778-7600. Try that number, man. I want you to get in here. If Big Mike can get you on real quick before we go off. We're about to go off shortly in a few minutes. So Doc, you hear what JC said. You hear what I said. What's your thought on it?
Again, how where do we go from here, and how do we get there? Right? When we got a mind that ain't our mind, and we got many people that tell us the avenue, which is some of our callers been talking about it since we've been on the radio, is that once that our minds are captured by the church. That is the unanimous decision that a lot of our callers say, that part of our minds are trapped in the church. Another part of our minds are trapped in white ideology, right? White is just so dominant, so powerful, and this, that, and the other. And another one of our minds.
Hey, DJ, he got about 3 minutes. He can still call.
Yeah, hey, Keith, he's going to call. Hey, Keith is calling. I'm sorry, Doc. Keith is calling from a 573 number of my man, Big Mike. It's a 573-301 number Keith is calling me from. And see if we can get him on real quick. Hey, Keith, go ahead, man. Try that. It's a 573 number that's coming in, Big Mike. Let me know when they come in so we can get them on. But you're right. It is a mindset. See, when we talk about support, but we don't support. And JC was right. See, when Fidel was talking earlier, Fidel don't understand. We have an organization in Missouri, my foundation. We get a lot of our support from the white community. The white folks step up to the plate. There's a guy, Fred Wiggum, that used to own all the Popeyes chickens here, and they own Ray's. That's one black guy, anytime I did something, stepped up to the plate. Anytime. I don't get that much support from a lot of black companies. I don't. We don't. Hey, were you able to get him, Big Mike? Keith from 573 number?
Yeah, I got him.
All right, put him on real quick. Let's go, Keith. What you got, man?
All right. Hey, I really appreciate you letting me on. Just call me the Colonel. I heard that title. I'm real proud of it.
I'm calling you the Colonel.
Live. Hey, I just wanted to comment on so many things. I appreciate you having me on. Let me slow down and relax and stop getting so excited, man. I just got so many things coming on. Let me start with Trump. Trump, I wasn't surprised about Trump. He's just a reflection of the USA plantation. You know, you got he is the head of the executive branch of government. I am a retired 20-year cop. The executive branch of government enforces the laws. This guy can commit a felony like inciting a riot and causing the death of 5 people, including a police officer, and then still get away with it? I'm not surprised, man. He is the commander-in-chief of our military. I'm a 24-year retired Army colonel. I deployed 3 times to the combat zone. And COVID-19 is military. It's biological warfare.
No doubt.
He's our commander-in-chief, and we have the highest numbers in the world. What is going on, man? Close to 400,000 people dead. 4,000 people dying a day. I'm not surprised. It's just a reflection of the racist society. Things haven't changed. It's still called the White House. There are still slave masters on our currency. They still celebrate Columbus Day. So when he when he said, "Black folks, what have you got to lose?" The guy was essentially right. What have we got to lose?
Hey, Keith, check this out, man. You can follow me on Facebook on Sunday. I'll be back on Sunday. And check this out. Call me for sure on Monday. I'm gonna give you, when you call, I'm gonna make sure Big Mike give you some time because we got to go. Our time is up. I wish we can be on another hour, man.
We Eastern. Y'all Eastern, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we are. Well, Central and Eastern. We're both Central and Eastern.
My time's up.
It's up, big dog. We got to go, man. I'm sorry. Hey, you know what? I'm going to personally call you on Monday and get you on.
Hey, call me on Monday, man.
I got you.
Tell you about my youth outreach, man.
Okay, I got you on Monday. I promise you. I got your number. I wrote it down. I see it on Facebook. Thanks, Keith. We got to go ahead and get on there. Hey, Eddie, real quick, what you got?
Hey, man, great show, great callers. My only thing I want to leave everybody with is a philosophy of life is the game of spades. And that is, you ain't always got to have a perfect hand to win. Play the hand you got and play it the best you can.
What you got, Coach?
Hey, man, great show, great callers, man. Detroit, man, hey, stay woke, man. Stay woke, stay encouraged, man.
I want to say this. I really appreciate my man Big Mike behind the wheel, baby. Big Mike, thank you for the great work you do. I love being on the market in Detroit. Detroit, thank you for accepting us and letting us be a part of your life. Thank you for listening to me every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You can even catch me on my Facebook on Sunday from 8 to 10 in the morning. Check us out, man. Thank you, Detroit. We're going to give you the best time, the best show we possibly can. We're going to come and work for you. I promise you that. And with Big Mike help, he's going to help me work. Big Mike, you are a great savior of me, man. Thank you, Big Mike, for all the great work you're doing behind the boards. It's very difficult to run all this with us, but you've done an outstanding job. Thanks, St. Louis. Thanks, Missouri. Thanks, Chicago. Thanks, Detroit. Thanks, Kansas City. Thanks for all the listeners from all over the country who listen and watch and follow us. We're going to give you our best every day and every time we're on. We ain't going to shortchange you. Big Mike, thank you. The big fella, the coach, the professor, we out. Lock in, stay loaded. We'll see you next week. We're gone.